So let's see what's going on in my garden today. So there's the parsley. Looking nice. Can you hear my sister's dogs? It's feeding time and they're letting her know. There's one of my potatoes. These things are getting really, really tall. No blooms yet, but you know, I'm hoping the weather will hold off until they bloom and I get some decent potatoes. Haven't done anything still with the rest of the strawberries. I'm still debating planter situations. I want to get another green stalk planter and put strawberries in it. I'm just finding out where I can put it in my yard because, you know, there's not a lot of room left in here. See, here's another potato, 7-gallon, and here's this other one. Look at this. It's like falling over. It's so tall. It's a good 2 foot tall, maybe a little bit more. There's some tomatoes in there and a pumpkin in there and a new little baby pumpkin there and more tomatoes on this big plant. I've been picking a lot of them. They've been turning red. So as soon as they start blushing a little bit, I generally take them in the house and let them ripen in there because there's bugs. Too much rain will make them split, and I just try to save them from that so I get to use them. She's getting really big. See a big old spider in there. She catches grasshoppers and stuff, which is fine with me because I don't want them in my garden. There's some oregano in the bottom of the tower planter. There's some rosemary, some chives, some more basil. I've got lots of basil, and I probably won't even harvest anymore. I've just got so much in the house. There's some more sage, and the thyme is back here in the back. It's getting really large. The calendula is getting ready to bloom. Isn't that gorgeous? It's going to be a pretty yellowy color, maybe a little bit of red in there, I don't know. There's the main rosemary plant. And there's the seeds pods on the snapdragon. Let's see what else we got going here. There's another one of the sage plants. I have so many herbs that I grew from seed and just not a lot of room to put them, so they're kind of in pots until I can get another place to plant them that's more permanent. Down here in the new planter is more radishes coming up. I planted some more French breakfast and some saxatou. These are the Easter egg, and there's some more French breakfast. There's actually getting to be some decent little bottoms on the French breakfast. And you can see it down in there. I'm gonna give them a little bit longer. And there's the onions, still a few popping up. Didn't get as much germination rate as I thought I should from the onions, so next spring, if there's not enough in here, then I'll just buy some onion plants and put them out. I've got okra that's just about ready to pick. I just need to get the energy to do it. Lots and lots of okra. Over here is the Silver Queen okra. A couple pods there and a couple pods there. Little one there. So, and yeah, I pulled out most of the radishes that were all leggy and just put them in the compost bin. They're just not, they didn't do anything, so this pumpkin is going everywhere. This is the Cherokee Tam pumpkin. There's one hanging there that's turning, and one hanging over there that's turning, and a little one there, and all over. These are the zinnias. They're tall. They're taller than I am, and I'm about 5'2", so the zinnias are, you know, getting up there. Of course, they're in a 2 foot tall planter, but they're still a good 5 foot tall. You know, so there's a pretty one there that's orange and yellowish, and then a real pretty pink one in here. Lots and lots of marigolds. I've actually only got like 3 or 4 marigold plants going They're from the Sparkler mix. I can't remember where I got them from. It was either Haas Tools or M.I. Gardner, but one of them. And they're just so beautiful. They've got so many different colors to them. There's another pumpkin turning. I counted them the other day, and there's like 9 or 10, maybe 11. So I'm going to have lots and lots of pumpkin. More basil. This is the big one. And yeah, it's trying to go to seed, but that's okay. Lots of blooms on the peas. And a little pea cage here. I saw a pea the other day when I was out here. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. There's one little pea pod growing. And there's another little pea pod growing. So, and another one. Oh wow! Now that I'm looking, there's a whole bunch of them out here. So maybe there'll be some decent peas on here. We'll see. There's the hollyhocks. They're actually just waiting for a spot in one of the big tubs, the big stock tanks that I'm growing things in. This is the Perone tomato, along with still some yellow pear. And this is what happened. See it split? And that's because we had a lot of rain a couple of days ago. And so my tomatoes are splitting. But, you know, if they come ripe, look at the size of some of these. They're nice sized tomatoes down here. Destined for salsa for the son-in-law. This is that poor beleaguered mom I was telling you about the other time. And I don't have a large enough pot to pot it up. So I moved it out of the grass until I can figure out what to do with it. You know, I may just put it in this big tub that's underneath it, but these tubs don't last. I mean, this one's already disintegrating. So plastic is not the way to go when you're gardening, apparently, because especially not here in Oklahoma, there's just too much sun. And well, you can never have too much sun, but there's the lilac down in there, still growing. And there's another zinnia over here. There's a little bud. This is a really pretty pink one. There's the bird bath that I need to come out and scrub up again. Let's see. I think I've just about covered everything. Oh no, I did not. Here's the turnips over here. And they're leggy, and I don't know if the marigold here is shading them too much or what, but we'll see if any of them produce. Last year they did not. I tried growing them over the winter and it didn't work out. They were hollow. It was really disgusting. And there's the mum. Little spider on top of the mum. That's okay, the spider can stay there, can catch bugs and stuff. Still working on this one, getting soil and garden waste and stuff in it, get it filled up. And then, you know, I actually have plans to make this one for beans and peas. I'm thinking about putting a trellis across the middle of it and then growing pole beans and peas in their seasons on it. We'll see how that works. I'm not sure. My garden is always in flux. I always have new ideas and stuff that I want to try out. Lovely marigolds. These are just lovely. And so that's a good look at my garden. Not doing too bad still. Just I'm amazed that I'm still getting things. It's middle of September. So hope you enjoyed a little visit in here. And maybe I'll try and get another video going next week.